Peace and blessing, everybody. So on November 11th, it will be what we call here Remembrance Day. So it's a day where Canadians commemorate the men and women who've lost their lives in combat. And it's hard for me to explain because I don't agree with the war that we're fighting. However, that's something that I personally don't take up with the soldiers. I take it up with my members of government, local MPs. You can always email them and tell them that you're pushing for this particular issue, for this war to be over, or different armed combats. And that's really where it needs to be fought, and not on Remembrance Day. I mean, the soldiers have risked their lives for us, and at the end of the day, that's what we remember on that day. It's not about policies, it's not about politics, it's not about personal opinions, it's about people who are doing their jobs and unfortunately are risking their lives for it. So in commemoration of those people, I want to keep a moment of silence. Like, if you get a chance today, and if you don't have a Remembrance Day commemoration ceremony nearby, then please at the very least keep a moment of silence on November 11th for those men and women who have fallen in the active duty. So but I am going to be going to the one here in Ottawa, God willing. And I wanted to get something that was a little bit more understated, not necessarily too flashy, but at the same time that still put in evidence my little poppy here. And I've created this look. As you can see, it has all the folds on one side folding onto the little poppy here. And I wanted to call it the Remembering 10 Folds, because we need to remember the sacrifice they've done, and mainly simply not to have the wars that they fought into reenacted in any way. And unfortunately, some may think that they have, but that's besides the point. That's we want to move forward from there. So anyway, I'm going to be showing you how to do this. Please just stay tuned. Peace and blessing, everybody. So to get started, you're going to be using a viscose shawl. Now, a lot of you may know these as pashmina. They're these slightly thicker, cottony type fabric. I'm also going to be matching it with a red poppy. Those are Remembrance Day poppies. As you know, the funds of those usually go to Veterans Affairs Canada. So just donate, and at the same time you'll get a beautiful little decoration for your hijab, I guess. What I have on my head is a red underscarf. Now, because you would have totally seen my hair otherwise, I've added a black underscarf underneath, and in the back, as you can see, there's a volumizer. And that's the base of it all. See? Just all nice and tight. So the first thing you're going to do is take your shawl, about 1/4 of the way, I'd say. Put the quarter kind of in the front and roll the rest around. It's not super picky as to where you do it, just try and have everything covered, that's all that matters. So what you're going to do is just tuck in the material. Now you can pin it on top if you want to, but I just find that it gives it like an extra security if you just put it underneath the underscarf. There you go. So with the longer part, now you're just going to be rolling it around your neck. So that just went around here. And then it's going to go underneath your bun. So that's where the bun is, just underneath. And then rolling it over. So just to repeat it again, just roll around underneath and then flip it over. There you go. So I'm going to do the very first pin. Now I'm just using a very regular straight pin from a pinwheel. You can see that it has one of those sorry, I should put it like this. There you go. Just a normal straight pin. I'm going to be pinning 3 layers of fabric together. So I'm going to pin the upper black, the underscarf, and the underlayer of black again, all together. If you're wondering how I'm actually pinning those all together, I'm going to show you in the fabric. Actually, I'm going to show it on my sleeve because you'll see it much better here. So what you do is you pin it in and kind of take it out, in again, and out. It's supposed to get back up, sorry. There you go. Out. So it gives you kind of a, I don't know if you can see it properly here. Like it's in, out, in, and it points out. And that's how you keep them from falling. You just weaving it a little bit and it just helps out from falling apart. Alright. So you're going to continue pulling all the way over here. Now you can pin it here if you want to. I'm just going to give it a very quick pin because I'm going to be putting more layers. Now, here's where you start with your folds. So literally, just take the folds that are already creating in your scarf and create folds in it. So as you can see, like I have one that's kind of creating itself here. I'm just going to pull it a little bit more and make it go all the way across. So I just created 2 folds really quickly by following the scarf. And I'm taking back the pin that I had said I was just pinning it quickly here. I'm taking it again and just, this time I'm going to be making it a little bit more permanent so that it stays there. There you go. And just pulling properly so that it stays properly all the way. There you go. One of the things is I don't want this to be very overflowing or any kind of very puffiness here. I want it to be very flat lined. So I just kind of going to try and flatten it that way. And as you see, like I'm just taking the folds that are naturally created in the shawl as I pull it along. So I'm not sure if you can see all, yeah, there you go. So as I said, like I'm just creating folds as they kind of create themselves. There you go. Now I'm not gonna try and take again that first pin I took because like right now there's so much fabric that it would fall off anyway. So you might as well just add another layer here. So what I'm going to be doing now is just take all the layers that I've created, just make sure that they look like layers. I'm not sure if you can see it because it's black. There you go. So I'm just making sure that they all kind of stay as good layers here. And what I'm going to do, just again, one more little weave from the inside is better actually. And just all you do is just one weave in, and that way it'll give you all the folds into the actual scarf here. Now with that said, I'm going to be adding, so like this is the style that's giving me all the beautiful folds in the actual hijab. And just to add my poppy here, just right about where all the layers meet together. And if you want it a little bit more to the front, you can actually poke it through a little bit more to the front. There you go. So there you go. There you have it. This is just my very small contribution to Remembrance Day. Now remember, as I said, those puppies come usually with a contribution to the Veterans Day affairs. However, if you can't get your hands on a puppy, you can always go and donate to Veterans Day or to what's it called, the Veterans Affair? Something like that. So you can go and donate to them directly and help our brave men and women. Alright, well, thank you very much, and please stay tuned for the next tutorial. Have a good day. Peace and blessing, everybody.